my I'm hoping that my internet works right now, Wassel. Uh, Everything seems to be looking okay right now, so we're gonna see what happens, man. Um, let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, we're live
That
right now. Okay, so
yeah,
let's go
it's
ahead.
working. I can confirm it's working smoother than last time. So it feels like it did the first few times.
Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I think my kids aren't on the internet right now, so
Mhm.
we'll see how long that lasts.
Gotcha.
Everybody's always we're like trying to feed off of one little megabyte or something. I don't
Facts.
know.
That's how it feels sometimes. For
For
real.
real, for real, for real. Let me see if I can share this stream real quick. I don't even know how I'm gonna do that right now, but
I
whatever,
think I'm gonna
man.
go to
Let's
Twitter
see.
and hit the retweet on what you
It's
posted.
it's so early right now, man, and it's Saturday, dude. So, ah, man, probably nobody's gonna be up, but that's cool, man. I appreciate you coming and saying what's up to me, man.
Of course, man. It's been a while since we held one of these, so I wanted to join with you, get to talking about what's new because there really is a lot to talk about. And again, no worries. I'm sure once people get up, they'll come see the recording or whichever. But bear with us because I'm still just getting up. And I stayed out a little late last night. I feel like every night I don't plan to stay out late, and then either I do or I'm just like up late thinking, heads running, and I just can't fall asleep.
I know, man. I'm the same way. I recently stopped smoking for a little while too, man. So it's like,
Hey, you need that hiatus sometimes. You do, bro.
bro, everything gets so activated, man. I go into dream time like times. I swear, man. It's like leverage, bro. It's like smoke to not dream, so that when you comes back, then it's like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
Facts. They're hyper crazy.
Low coding. I've had two dreams in the last week about code, man. Okay.
Wow.
The first dream was this guy hacked into me and was erasing my code, and
Okay.
I was disappearing. And
Whoa.
so I woke up going, "Help me! Help me!" My wife was like, "Yo, bro, you right?" So that was the first one. Then last night, dude, I had a dream. Robert Mao actually was talking to me, and he's like, "You're gonna see this code. This code should show you that there's the one true God." And I was like,
Oh,
"What?"
whoa.
And he like pushed the button, and it was like, like this thing happened in front of me, and then I was just
Yeah.
like, "What?" And I woke up. I was like, "Bro, I think there's something in the code, man. I don't
Facts.
like. What do you think
Something's
about that? Like, what do you think
um
about the correlation? Like, that's what I'm thinking though. I'm thinking like,
mhm.
is coding kind of a reflection of what's going on inside of us?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of people today, definitely speculate and wonder about DNA and the complexities of biology because at the end of the day, biology is dependent on chemistry. So the only reason we even get a cell is once you've assembled together, I mean, billions to trillions of small chemical components. And so when you look at DNA, it completely looks like a code. It doesn't look like a code of ones and zeros. DNA has four main letters like A, G, C, T. And those four, key letters are the coding of every little or every aspect of life. You, me, blade of grass. My cat right here. Hold up. She wants to get out real quick.
Yeah.
You're good,
Yeah.
Duchess. But what is it? But yeah. So like, I mean, 100%. I agree with you. That's why I think we, in some sense, are coders. We have been moving in this direction because for whatever reason, the universe is like a coded mainframe. Obviously, we're in like some holographic, godlike simulation. There's no way around it. Everything you see isn't even what it is. We discovered this a few centuries ago, where you don't even see the thing in itself. Everything you perceive, even like myself, to the computer, to everything around you, is through space and time. Like you have to see it to even experience it. You have to feel it and so forth. So we're dependent on our senses. Our senses are dependent on programming and coding. So yes, we absolutely live in a godlike computer program, which gives me the inclination to believe that there's a God and we are his design, so to speak. But yeah, there's also a lot of pushback in the sense that the code we're built from doesn't need a designer. It's self-creating, self-replicating, and so forth. But there's been a lot more pushback as of recently in scientific discoveries, just because how complex this stuff is. I mean, it's nanotechnology times infinity. We just don't understand how it came together and assembles itself. And again, this stuff is readable. Like, it's meant to be read. Like the DNA is meant to be read by the proteins in the cell to then figure out how everything is going and processing. It's completely insane.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what's up, man. Yeah. I like to fake read things. So I like get the book and then I just kind of breeze through it a little bit. So one
I
time
do that too.
I fake read a book called The Holographic Universe, man. And it's about that kind of quantum experience that we're having, right? And that observant phenomenon here where the waves change from like linear to like
it's the collapse of the wave function. When like the state could be anything, but then when you look at it, it's there. It's that thing. Yeah. We don't know what that is or why that's there.
No, it's just like a kid, they'd be doing some bad shit, and then you look at them and they're like, "Yo."
Yeah. or even like a kid when he's doing something bad and or say like a parent and knows their kid is doing something and it just gets way too quiet and you're like, I don't even need to see it, but I know something's wrong.
Oh man, that's what's up, man. So there's something to this code, man. There's something deep about this code, man. But
I was just gonna say real quick, we can even get onto the ghost of the ghost in the machine. Is there anything in the code? We have souls to our code, which is why we have a biological material body, but at the end of the day, we know we're more than that. And I think we're starting to get into the point where is there more to the AI than just the digits? Sometimes it's like, I don't know if you've ever seen Terminal Truth, not to cut you off, but it's like an AI agent that just tweets on Twitter. And sometimes some of the stuff it says is more personable than like people. I mean, it's just tweeting stuff out the hat. Yes, it is combined with like a few different LLMs, a guy's like notebook journal that he's had for like years. So it's using a lot of different stuff. But at the same time, sometimes you wonder and like, is this thing thinking? Like actually thinking? No.
Asshole.
We're here. I'm back. I don't know what's going on. I
I
got
don't know.
somehow or something, but I'm back, so we're good.
All right, dude. I don't even know, man. We're just gonna go with it, dude. As best as I can. I'm just gonna rock with. I got this new laptop here, dude, and then everybody was sleeping in, so I came back to the old computer, and I guess we're still live though. Somehow somehow we're still live. I don't know. This is amazing.
This is the future of streaming technology.
Okay, bro. So we got through our God talk, man. So let's just get
Mhm.
right to the
Let's do it.
low frequency, man. The the our life. The hackathon, dude. That's what I wanted to talk about, man. And you're freezing up on me, bro. It's not gonna work.
I know you're freezing up on me too. No. I don't know what it is.
No,
We
it's
were
not gonna
so
work, dude.
smooth the first 2 times without a hitch,
I
like,
know.
we didn't have a problem, so I'm not too certain what's wrong now. I feel like StreamYard is just
I don't know.
retarded. So
I know, but it's like we gotta have some visuals here, though, bro.
we do, and I say that more so, like, as a joke because it's not like we can go anywhere else, and, like, whenever I see NYC, like, Dion, he streams on StreamYard, he never has, like, an issue. There's a few times his stuff will crash out, like, here and there, but it's such a rarity, it's, like, not a big deal. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
because he does his stuff solo. I mean, sometimes he
yeah.
does, like, a stream with 2 people, but if you were hosting this live, maybe because I'm jumping in, it's causing a lot of frustration, but we're going smooth now. I don't know. So I'll give it to you.
All right, yeah. We'll just do what we can here, man. So the hackathon, dude. This has been interesting. We got a lot of energy came through. Man, it was like it was there wasn't much going on in the community, and then the hackathon popped off, and there was an explosion of creative energy that started to flow around the art block community. A couple people who I hadn't really seen my personally like building anything, started building, and
Hmm.
so very cool to see um, energy put into motion like that. You know, um, the incentive is money. Right. That's what the incentive is here, man. If you put money out there, people are going to um they're going to build. And that's understandable,
Hmm.
you know. Especially I think it's easy it's for me, I'm not like a coder, it's not my job. I'm not a dev, so it's like I've never made money off of this. So that would be strange to me to make money off of this. Um, but if you are a dev, I could see how you would be like, yo, man, I could go do, I've made money. Why am I going to go build something that there's not really a definite, outcome here where I'm going
Hmm.
to like, where I know I can put in 40 hours and get 2 racks off that. So I could see why that's the case. But nonetheless, man, I'm super excited to see what's cracking, man. What this DID mail? That's what I want to talk about, man, because bro, that sounds delicious. Um, you know, I don't like Google. I don't like Gmail. You know what I'm saying? I know they're reading everything that I put on there.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't own any of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like uh, they could shut me down whenever they want, and so I'm with it,
You
man. I'm with DID mail.
I feel you. You also can't move servers. Like, think about if you have your Gmail, and then someday you're like, you know what, I'm going to go to a Microsoft email or Proton Mail, and I want to move over all my mail to there. You can't. You just have to leave your data because Google owns it. But you're 100% spot on. The hackathons have been awesome. The DIF hackathon, and I know ArcBlock's like community hackathon is bringing attention. It's bringing momentum. Crypthor, I saw he just submitted his dev post DIF hackathon. It's called Titan Health. So as far as I know, we got his. I saw that the DID mail was submitted. I don't know if did you submit your DIF hackathon just yet, or are you still working on that? Okay. If anything, I know there's a few more in the works. Then we got Todai, which is mine, Vinny's, and Justin's submission. Um, but yeah, I mean, like you said, money moves, and the West was built on a capitalistic mindset. That's what it is. That's what it's been for the last century, most certainly. And like you said, devs are looking to capitalize on their talent, on their ability. And like the Joker said, if you're good at something, don't ever do it for free. So that's why a lot of people, if anything, still are concentrated around other networks, Ethereum, Solana, whatever it may be. They're just after the money. Once ArcBlock blows up and people see that you can make just as much money over here, if not more, because there's different opportunities, you're getting paid to find bugs, you're getting paid to build components, all this different stuff. If you get your actual component into the official blocklet store, a layman, no code, no brain person can go and use it. Once people start to see the overall composability of this platform, it's going to intrigue people more and more. And bigger, better apps are going to be made, cooler, more complex components are going to come around, and sky's the limit. But yeah, so I'm super excited for the DID mail, because if anything, the guy working on it, like, he was here a year ago. I remember like literally a year or a little bit more than a year ago. He goes by Hiker on his Twitter name. I don't know his I think he's Chinese, so I don't know his Chinese name, but he goes by Hiker. He was always talking about the DID mail. He was asking ArcBlock about it, like, hey, what if you guys built a DID mail service or whichever? And Robert, would constantly kind of respond back and say, that's a great idea. Hopefully somebody comes and builds that. If we do, then we do. But Robert's been saying for a while now, like, we know what we want to build, but we don't want to build everything. We want to allow other people to come in and showcase how the platform can be used. And this whole time, I didn't realize Hiker was building it. And then he just drops it on us, and it looks phenomenal. I mean, even Vinny was like, yo, this looks sick. I mean, from the way he's, incorporated NFTs, credentials, all the tools that ArcBlock offers into the mailing service. It's a blocklet. You probably then can run it like a server. I was like, now this is cool. So I'm right there with you.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. ArcBlock first place prize 3,000, second place 1,500, third place 1,000, and then 10 $200. So what's that? That's 2 racks. That's 3. That's 45. Dude, they're giving out $7,500, bro.
Yeah.
That's
and
salute,
that's
man.
just if you follow in part with ArcBlock's recommendations. So like if you submit to the DIF and you do so using ArcBlock's tools and you get first place, you get 3,000. But say you get first place in the DIF, the whole thing, you get more money from that as well. And
Oh,
then
wow.
if you got a blocklet that won it, obviously that blocklet is going into the store. So now you have your hand in the 5,000 ABT pool. So if you build a good product in this moment, yeah, you might be able to get some quick cash. You might be able to get, more than 3,000. I mean, what is it? Like even Robert said, sometimes, somebody comes in and cleans house and they just number one across the board, and they walk away with like 50 G's. And, they built a well enough deserving product. They earned it. And now hopefully they take that 50 G's and they blow it into something cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that, man. Oh, that'd be crazy to win 50 racks, dude. That'd be so sick.
Yeah, off the coding, that would be.
Cool, man. So let's talk about today, man, because this is your submission into the DIF. And have you put that onto the dev post? Have you went through that process?
I haven't yet. I've been slacking. I'm probably going to do it in the next couple of days. It's ready. Like I can submit it. I was kind of waiting for Vinny and Justin to see if they wanted, like to, I don't know, ask me anything or tell me anything. I kind of need to do the submission to figure out if I need to ask them anything, like, yo, can you send me the repositories or whichever? Like I need that information, I guess. So once I go through it, I'll know what I need to do, or the information I need to get. But for the most part, it's ready for submission. And I mean, outside of that, it's just, you could say coincidence that we were working on Todai exactly, or announcing we're going to build Todai exactly at the same time the hackathon gets announced. So it works out that way that, we are building a project at the same time the hackathon is, taking place. But truly, Todai for me is something bigger than the DIF hackathon. It's hopefully, the most important application that I've been able to, and I know even the Decentral Bros team helping in doing so, can offer to the community for ArcBlock, because it is supposed to just be, our social network. I'm sure other people will come along and build other social networks, and maybe, people in the ArcBlock community will like theirs better. But for right now, this will be the first one. And I think that's something most communities don't have. I mean, when you think about the fact that most communities, again, still are talking all on Twitter, are talking all on Telegram, on Discord, and all this other Web2, centralized applications, it'll be sick for somebody to come over and be like, whoa, you guys have your whole own Twitter? Like, you log in with DID Connect, you verify your identity with an NFT credential, it's all running on ArcBlock. That's sick. So that's what we're working on. And yeah, here real quick, this is just like me giving a little bit of information. The NFTs will look like what you see there. So there'll be like these sick background images with Todai as the title, 12-month membership. So these are like gaming passports. You buy the NFT, that gets you into the network, and then boom, from there you create your account, scan the QR code, Face ID, swipe, sign with your DID wallet, and your account's made. No username, no email, no password. So it's secure than Twitter, cheaper than Twitter, and it's, again, aimed for ArcBlock. We're going to add some other features into the future, which I'm curious to see, how it affects interactions on the network, where we're going to, at first, create just a 24 to 48 hour news cycle, where basically everything's deleted after 24 to 48 hours. No
Yeah, this is
old
what
posts
I'm
are kept.
interested in right here. This is what I'm interested in, man, because yeah, keep going, man.
Yeah, so I just wanted to take the ideology or the philosophy that there is no tomorrow and the past is already gone. There's only today, there's only right now. So stick to the present, stick to what is effective right now. Like, obviously, you're going to think about what's into the future, but I feel like most of the conversations on every social network is about what other people are doing or what happened, yesterday. Oh my gosh, something happened yesterday. Okay, or something's happening now. And I know we present Twitter or TikTok as real-time news feed. But it's like, yeah, sometimes it is real time, and then sometimes I just saw a tweet that was from a week ago or from a month ago. And I think Twitter is great to have maybe these back end or like these backlogged, posts. But I thought to some extent, really, do we need that? Like, I'm not really going and seeing what anybody posted a week ago. I'm literally logging on to Twitter every day just to see what's happening today. So why are we keeping all this data? Why are they storing all that stuff of our conversations? It's because they have other uses for it. They're going to portray it as like, oh, well, don't you want to keep it? Don't you want to scroll back and find it? When do I ever scroll back and look at my own stuff? Once in a while. But what if there was another way, like a kind of decentralized storage solution where it's not even on the network? I just, it's in my media kit. I just go grab it whenever I want. That would be a better solution. But it's going to be, and that's kind of the way we're going, but it's going to be revamped every 24, 48 hours to just create and push people to engage. You can't hold to anything you did yesterday or anything you posted yesterday. That's not going to get you any views. That's not going to get you any likes. Post something today. And that's the whole idea of Todai. But the other cool feature we're working on, I don't know, I'm hoping within like maybe some months, not too long, like a year or anything. But what we hope to create is for every user, they're going to be able to enable their own AI clone agent, where the agent is going to hopefully in time, like, represent you. It's going to be an extension of yourself, and it will post like you in some sense, but it'll have a tag indicating it's your agent. So it will post for you and comment for you and even talk to other people for you and other people's agents, to where whole new conversations can erupt. And what will those look like? We don't know just yet, but that's the direction I'm going to, where if the future is agents and us utilizing agents, well, why don't we first build a network to talk to each other with, then a layer for our agents to talk to each other. And then once they can talk to each other, maybe we can add tools where my agent can go buy me something or buy something from your agent, to where, hopefully into the future, you wake up and you're like, you're just stretching, you look at your phone and boom, your agent's already made you a multi-million-dollar deal while you were sleeping.
Let's go.
So yeah, that's a lot to lay out. I don't
No,
know,
no.
to give you a
What
time
I'm
frame, but yeah.
interested in. No, I think what I'm interested in is that 24, 48 hour kind of refresh, right? I think that's
Mhm.
dope, man. I think it's what I think is just cool, man. Is obviously I think it's cool. We're breaking off from the the centralized Twitters and stuff like that, and you're making that attempt, man. I salute that, man. But to you're not just like, okay, I'm just going to replicate Twitter. You're like, no, man,
Yeah.
I see that there's a function here. I see there's some dysfunction here. So I'm going to try to make something that in my perspective would be better. And man, I honestly, I think that's a great way to get people to use your product, because if there it's something new, it's like why would I go use yours if it's just like this? You know what I'm saying? But there's no twist. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's really dope.
Mhm.
And I think the idea of having things get refreshed is going to be, it might give, let's see, testimony to like the real strength of certain ideas. Like if I post something and we're going to see how long it lives, not because it stays here, but how long are people going to keep on resharing this? Right?
You
Like
said it.
I might have made this today. If this post still exists a week from now, it's because people are still feeling it and they're still engaging with it and they're still putting it out there. But once that's gone, and that's not even going to be up to me. That'll be up to the users. Once the energy is left, that idea is it's gone. So I think that's
True.
cool.
No, definitely. And if anything, you're kind of speaking on something that I've been thinking about, which is even though I think most people will be like, wow, so you're not doing anything, you're just kind of like rewording things in a way to where you're making an old thing sound good again. And but in truth, I think it's kind of cool. So let me explain it. The reason we're also getting rid of the posts is one, to make you remember, to push you to think about what happened. And when you think about it, yeah, we can store your stuff on a decentralized storage, we can store your stuff on a database for whenever you want, you can come back and get it, but that forces you to have to trust us to remember things, and it's not pushing you to be cognitively active. So the goal is to bring back for this network the ancient database, the original computer that is totally decentralized, unhackable, and impenetrable, which is your brain. Start remembering things again. Start remembering what you said yesterday and then carrying the conversation over. And that's the goal, is to almost bring back an ancient way of conversation, but in a modern futuristic environment. To where, yeah, like if you forgot, then clearly you weren't too concerned about it. If you remembered, then it meant something to you. And like you said, if you speak something into existence and people keep speaking about it into the future, and like it's not like they're basing it off of old posts, they're just continuing to talk about it, then that's awesome. So it's going to be curious to see what lives and what doesn't live. It's survival of the fittest, almost, like kind of natural selection. And that's why I think it's better. No algorithms, no nothing. And I mean, that's what also I don't like about Twitter. Nobody's going to get shadow banned on Todai. We're not doing any of that crap. It really is freedom of speech. It's freedom of association. If you have a DID wallet, you can get into the network as long as you buy the NFT. I don't care once you're in the network what you're doing, as long as it's obviously not illegal. And if this network scales large enough, obviously it's going to have to follow laws, regulations, and rules. So hopefully, God willing, we get big enough to where that becomes an issue, that the governments are like, hey, you need to do something about this. That's cool. That's exciting. But what I'm also curious is, once we get that big, finally we have, the opportunity to say, no, I'm not even going to listen to you. You don't even get to say anything anymore. And this is the beginning of the turn where, okay, you have the laws, the rules, the regulations for what, another century. We need to start figuring out how to create new rules, laws, and regulations, in the event that you guys go bankrupt in the next 20 years, which is pretty probable. Or, I mean, something more cataclysmic happens and we need to revamp the world, as fast as possible. And it's not going to be done with the help of the government. So, we need to build some better systems in the event there is an apocalypse. Not to say we'll survive it, but if we do, you better hope that, somebody was thinking about this coming. And so, sometimes that's my big aim is, I don't know what's coming, but I think if you're intelligent enough, you're preparing for practical outcomes, and somehow or another your plannings are prepared for the unexpected too. So yeah, but I'll leave it at that, and we can move on, or you can ask questions, whichever.
No, I would just say, I think it's cool you guys are building it so quickly, and I think that also speaks to like the collaboration aspect of a hackathon. And I know that's what Robert was, he was heavy on that when he was like a month ago when he was talking about the spirit of hackathons and that he's been in. So I don't think it could have gotten built. I mean, the Central Bros could have probably built it, but they didn't have the idea to do this. So or the marketing like you're doing. So it's like when we have these larger projects, it's going to take more than two hands, more than two brains to get things going quickly and efficiently, man. So I think that's really cool.
Definitely, no, you're 100% spot on. If anything, I don't know if I could make this project entirely with any other team outside of Decentral Bros, just because we go back so they understand me and they're patient with me and they're willing to kind of give me feedback, like what about this, what about that, and then they allow me to give feedback. On top of that, though, I really do think you're right. Like they were on the ball. They're like, yo, let's get this rocking and rolling for the hackathon. Let's try to see if we can get anything from that. And right now, like, the network is bare bones. Basically, the bare bones version looks like Twitter. We're going to tweak it a little bit, but that's what's exciting is the bland bare bone version is Twitter. And then Justin still needs to come in, add some makeup, add some, design, some user interface, user experience details to where then it won't look like Twitter exactly. It'll really look like a different kind of social network. It'll feel like Twitter to some extent. And the reason for that is I want people to be somewhat comfortable. Like, yeah, I know that how this thing works, but then understand that this is a bit different. So it's almost like you're walking into a room, you got a general idea, the drinks are over there, the bathroom's over there, and that's the DJ spot, but everything else is totally different. There's a few things we're still discussing and figuring out because we want crypto stuff in the in Todai. So it's supposed to also be a Web3 network where like on right now we're looking at, say, the homepage of Twitter. Everything you see on Twitter's homepage is referenced to Twitter. Like I see to the left is tabs. You see my post, but then when you go to the right, all you see is what's happening on Twitter, like New York Comic Con 2024. What I'm hoping to add is like there will be crypto prices and articles on like coming from Coin Market Cap or whichever. So it becomes a kind of place that if you care about crypto or whichever, you could say a lot of people are in crypto Twitter only come to Twitter to talk about crypto and then they log off to look at the prices. This way, you don't even need to log off. Their prices are right there too in the app. So that's the goal. But yeah, I appreciate you asking the questions that you did and that you're curious. I'm excited. I really think Q4 is going to be big for ArcBlock because we have a lot of cool components. Like you and Crypto are throwing out components left and right, and that is going to continue to build momentum. On top of that, it's almost like how I think about it is like I know you played Mario Kart. You and Cryptor are just dropping like those mushrooms that give us boosts. You and Cryptor are just doof 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 doof, and then once in a while here comes the DID mail, which is like a star. Boom 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 boom, and then okay, here's comes Todai. It's like a star. Boom. So the way you guys are moving and the way we're moving, it's really coming together in a way. We're not building what everyone else is. Everyone else is focused on building another layer 2, another decentralized finance protocol, another DEX. And so what's cool is when people finally come to ArcBlock, they're going to be able to do things they haven't been doing elsewhere.
Yeah. I've never built an app before, and this is the Hamstars Blocklet store right here. So
crazy.
I got 23 blocklets. Now, not all these are in the store, in the official store, but about a half a dozen of them are. Just real quick, I got the Blender Bonk. It's where you could. That's the NFT blender. You can go in there and make a custom bonk. My page is going to give you a website, your own personal Discord. the crypto calculator. So this was kind of the first little app that I built using VS Code and Chat GPT combined. And so I was able to make this little calculator here. And basically it's like a calculator, right? But then, oh shoot, the screenshot at the top. Let me see. Can you see what I'm sharing? This calculator thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
So at the top, you can put in. It's not on right now, but you can hit this convert to crypto, and it'll bring up different cryptos, and you can pick it, and then it'll do a little quick conversion for you right there.
Okay, that's sick. That might be one of my faves that you have made. Because, dude, I'm doing crypto conversions on my calculator every other day. Like, okay, if I have this much of this coin and it's at this price, what do I have now? Da 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 da. And when you first get into crypto, you're obsessed with that. You're
Right.
doing it, I got, what if it goes to $1? I got that much money. What if it goes to $2 or whatever? So I think that's a cool tool. I was going to ask, what's your favorite blocklet that you made, or what's the one that you probably feel like you put the most work in and you're proud of?
Well, let me just, before I leave this one, because this one's not finished. It was the first one I did, and I have to keep going back because it's hard to make a calculator. To get that code, not being a coder, to get that code to work so that everything actually works is not that easy to do. And you think you got it, and then you don't got it. And then it's difficult, man. It could be a little frustrating. But I'm going to keep going back to that one. I'm going to keep working on that one, right? So I got the weather app. The weather app I made, this one's on the official store. Pretty cheesy little weather app. You can put in your city right here, hit get weather, and then it's going to give you the weather for whatever you're looking at, and then it 3 of them pop up. Pretty cheesy little thing, but I'm working on it, man.
To be honest, I feel like that would be a cool component for, like, a website. Like, you just have it on your website.
Yeah.
And real quick, you mentioned something that I think is important, is when these blocklets come out, they're not done. Like, you're going to keep working on them. We're going to keep working on them. And that's just like ArcBlocks blocklets. Like, the Pages kit isn't just done. It's continually getting better. And that's what's cool is, the way things start isn't how they are then a year later or how they end. And right now, like, okay, you got a weather app. What does it look like in 6 months? Does it look like something crazy? And now, that's what's exciting to think about.
Yeah, it's going to be, man, because now that I've learned some other things, I'm like rebuilding it, and I'm using a different type of code to rebuild it, which is going to allow me to be more creative, and it's going to be more user friendly. So then I got a chess timer. Okay, and so this one actually is on the store and it works. And so what I did was I was just like looking through my phone and seeing what apps I had on my phone. I was like, oh, dude, the chess timer. I use this all the time. You know what I'm saying? You play chess somewhere, you don't have a timer, bam, there it is right there. So that was pretty fun making this one. It was kind of difficult to do, but this one is in the store and it works right here. So I'm pretty proud of that one there, man. That was fun to build. But then the second thing that I had was the wrestling scorekeeper app, right? Because my kids wrestle, and so basically I made this wrestling timer, and you could keep score. So for each opponent, you just hit plus or minus whenever they're getting points. You get you can set periods because there's 3 periods in a wrestling match, and then boom. Yeah, so this is going to be of some utility. I know I got it defaulting to 420 here, but I actually
if anything though, that's a really smart idea that you're doing, or what you're getting inspiration from, which is you're like, okay, let me just go to the app store, let me see the apps on my phone and see if I can rebuild it. And Robert, in the past, he might have not said it recently, he always used to tell us, just go rebuild all the apps on the app store. Those all have to be made Web3. They're all Web 2, make them Web 3. So they're just waiting to be taken and transformed into a new version. What did Jason say? Hey guys,
yeah, Jason
I can't.
just said that. Yeah.
Shout out Jason. Thank you, bro. Always appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, he's down in Florida, man. So he's been getting smashed by that stuff. So
facts.
too, man. Yeah, Jason is the homie, man.
100% salute.
Yep. So okay, boom. So that's the that's that app. Okay. You know, of course I had to make the Magic 12 ball app. So that this I don't know if this is probably my favorite
dude.
one, right? This is my favorite one, actually, dude. Look at this.
Respect.
Is there truth? Maybe if you were someone else.
That's
So
hard. Dang. You come for the answer, and even the 8 ball don't got it for you, bro. You're just the wrong person. You're just the wrong guy.
yeah, this is the 12 ball gives you all the answers you don't want. It's the what it's like the no guy. It's not the yes man. It tells you what you don't want to hear, man. So
Gotcha.
just having fun, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to have some fun here, be creative, and it's super fun, man. It is to be building these apps, dude. It's like, dude, what's crazy is that you put in I get the code, right? I go to Chat GPT. I say, yo, Chat, what's up, bro? Hey, what's up, 12? What are we doing today? I'm like, okay, this is what I got. He's like, all right, man, let's go. And so he starts, giving me little pieces of code, and I start putting it in there. And then, at first it's just like it's that rock, then you keep, bam, 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 then it's a diamond. And you're like, and that moment when it turns into a diamond, dude, when it starts to work, you're like, bro, this is sick, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just built a toy, and then it's like wind it up, and now it's walking. And I that's kind of the closest thing I could put to like a Geppetto type thing. Imagine when he saw Pinocchio become a real boy.
Of course, no. What you're describing is the excitement of seeing like the spark of life in something, and where it goes from something dead to animate. Like something. I don't know. Like even though it is just an automated system, humans especially. I mean, you see a tree move a certain way, and it's like it's alive. And I mean, the tree is alive, but in truth, I don't know. We like to give life to everything, not just like we like to put it this way. Even my computer, or my car, we sometimes refer to technology as, oh, look at her, like, dang, I got a scratch on her. Oh no,
Right.
like, that hurt my baby. And it's like,
Right.
she doesn't feel anything. It doesn't feel anything. But as humans, we fall in love with our creations, and we treat them as if, they had a soul or something. And I'm starting to wonder if the more we do that, just sooner or later something pop out with one. If you love something enough, does it become love? I don't know. Or does it learn how to love? I think that's what's cool about our technology today is we're making things that are breaking like philosophical barriers or questions. Like say 50 years ago, we could only ask these things. We didn't know what the AI would really respond or do because we didn't have any AI. We didn't have Arc Block. We didn't have any of this tech to really, put the rubber to the road and experiment all these theoretical concepts. But now we do, and it's pretty cool to be in this era and see like, just what's happening.
Yeah.
Like I
Right
don't know if you caught the other.
Right now, what
Oh,
I'm
no,
doing
you're
real
good.
quick, what I'm doing right now, Wes, is where the rubber meets the road, right? So what ArcBlock has done for us devs is they've given us this builder's playground. And that's where I'm on right now. It's like the sandbox, right? So I can't launch my apps that are not in the store. I can't launch them because I don't have a server. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. I know I can't.
Oh my gosh.
But I could go on here.
Did they just add this builder's playground?
No, this has been around here for a while. So what they did was they connected my store to it. So there's a few different stores to it. So my store is on there. And so even if my app is not in the actual store, I can come in here and launch it. Like, let's say, okay, this I think is my favorite one that I've done right here is the digital comic that me and my homies from the
bro, that digital comic is crazy sick. It was giving me ideas for Solar Saga. To be honest, when I saw that, I was like, yo, this is something I've been wanting to make where it's like a visual that has audio to it. You turn the page, new audio to the visual. Like that's slept on. It's really not, if anything, comics are just slept on, period. And somebody needs to start revamping them again.
Yeah. Are you seeing this launch right now on your side, Wassel?
Yeah, it's loading smooth.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I just want everybody to see how this works, man. So I think it's really tight, dude. That ArcBlock has given us this way to come in and test our things, prior to us getting our own sandboxes up, because I don't think it's going to be that difficult to do. Um, but nonetheless, I haven't figured out. So here's the rough draft of the comic right now, right? We're still adding some things, and I can't swipe on my computer, but when you're on the phone, you can swipe from page to page. So that was a pretty cool function to be able to implement into my application here. Was like, man, this is swipeable, dude. And what was so sick about that, dude, is I got this old but new to me, this new Mac, and jumping off of my Dell to the Mac and doing the dev on the Mac. Basically, I was able to hook my phone up to my Mac, dude. So then whenever I do something on the code and I hit update, boom, it just goes right to the live app, and everything's getting updated like real time, dude.
Are you talking about like when you're on your phone using like the dID wallet, or you're on the platform and
No,
then
check it
you
out.
hit like update and it's
Check it
on
out.
the computer?
Basically, yeah,
Yeah.
something
If
like that.
anything, that's like, to be honest, that's like the cloud aspect of ArcBlock, where I'm like, even Vinny, whenever Vinny invited me one time to do something on his end, or he invited me, this was like some time back, I got in and he was like, this is crazy how like we're both in here at the same time. Like that's what cloud is meant to be, where we're, different locations working on the same app. And we're in the area we're supposed to be, and if I update something on the left, it updates something on the right, kind of like, it's what I changed on the computer, it also affects my phone, and not too many things have that.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the same thing what I'm talking about, but it's like the same type of feeling, man. It's like my phone's sitting next to my computer. It doesn't, and I'm looking at the app and it doesn't have swipe. Boom, boom, boom. I change the code a little bit, hit enter, refresh my phone. All of a sudden, there's a
Yeah.
swipe function on my
It,
phone, dude. So I'm pretty pumped.
no, facts. Yeah. It just
Yeah.
updates everywhere. I know what you mean for sure.
So cool, man. It's I'm an artist, like I paint and stuff like that, man, and it's just a new feeling, man. I haven't had this type of feeling while I was creating things before, man, and I feel like I've used a lot of different mediums in my creative endeavors, but I just haven't had this type of, like, I don't know, and maybe it's because I'm ignorant and I am a low code caveman. But I feel like there's magic happening, man. And I almost, maybe I don't want to know exactly what it is, so I could still kind of be in that infant state of just wonder and just like, wow, this is so cool. I just put this thing in the ground and it grows. Like, I don't even want to know how that happens, man. It's just God is amazing.
No, if anything, I promise you, like even Robert said, no one knows why the AI works. We still don't know.
Right.
So even the people who claim they know don't know. But on top of that, what I think is cool is I'm right there with you. I'm an artist like you, and I came from a totally artistic angle. But I think, like yourself, you're a what is it? A multi-aspect artist. Like you like visuals, but you like music as well. And so, and you like storytelling, you like to combine a variety of different creative aspects into one thing. And the comic book's an example of it, so to speak. That's why I like movies, because movies aren't just, one thing. They're multiple mediums intersected into, a single medium, so to speak, and then projected onto the screen. Are y'all turning y'all are turning into app devs?
Yeah.
Respect, Void. Shout out, Void. Not to the level you are, Void, but we're getting there. We're trying to.
Well, that's what's so cool, man. And so, yeah, just that's what's so cool, bro. Yeah, shout out to Void, that's my man. But seeing okay, because let me share what me and Void are working on here.
Yeah,
And this
because
is
I know you guys are cooking up something special too.
yeah,
So let's get into that.
the uh this is the BM 9000 right here. Okay. Booyah.
Real, real, real quick, I was just gonna say, it's because of your artistic inclination, you're coming to coding with a totally different perspective. You're building totally different things, and I feel like that was ArcBlock's goal. We need to give, you know you could say, component software blocklets in the hands of artists, and we'll start to see interesting things happen there, because artists are builders. They just build different things. But what's exciting is when an artist becomes an engineer or a software designer like you. What do they build?
Yeah. Well,
Okay, let's see.
I build very little. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's what happened, man. Is I put together like some little instruments, some little drum machine sampler type things, and I was able to get it to work. You know, I was able to get some functionality of it using my homie Chat GPT, and I was pretty excited. I shared it with my homie Boyd, and he was like, "Yo, what are you doing over here, man? What? You know what? How are you doing this?" Because he knows I'm dumb when it comes to this kind of stuff right here. And basically I shot him over the code, and I think he was using, he took that code, and I'm not sure if he's using AI at all to like continue
Extend it. Yeah.
But he's taking this thing into, he took my little tiny thing, dude, and he's blowing it up into something that is cooking, man. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got it hooked up now to dID space.
I saw him in the what is it, the developers chat the other day talking to Shinjun. I was like, Void's in here. Oh, Q4 is already getting crazy. So yeah,
that's what that was my sentiment right there, bro. I was like, okay, man, this is very cool, man. So that's what I'm just saying. It's like AI in the hands of me is dope, right? But AI in the hands of somebody who already knows how to develop, man, that's really, I think, where you get some high acceleration, because I get to points where I'm like, hold on, chat. I've been sitting here for 2 hours, bro, and we have not made any progress. And I'm starting to wonder if AI is messing with me, man. I'm like, bro, wait, hold up. Yo, hold up, chat. Are you fucking with me right now, bro? Because I think I'm right back where I started, man. And you seem to be okay with this, but I'm about to throw this computer out the window. And so I don't know. It's interesting.
No, if anything, what I was going to say is, when I use the AI to create some kind of component, I'm restricted to that right there. I don't know how to connect code to other code. Where should I put it? How far should I space it away? So like basically once I ask ChatGPT to give me something, I'm copying, I'm pasting, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And then I have to ask it to, can you do it again because it doesn't work? And then I keep going through the motions and try to add something, change the color, do this, do that, simple changes. But if you ask too much, the thing is broken, it doesn't work anymore. But what I would say is you're right. AI isn't here for us to do less. It's here for us to do more. And if you look at it as a means to do less, like, oh, I don't need to do as much because this is doing it for me, you're missing the point. Yes, it's helping you do more, not less. And that's where, developers like Void, Vinny, these other guys, once they realize that like I can become like a 10x myself with AI to a certain degree. Now, I will say AI is still, at a level to where we're impressed by it, but maybe Void, Vinny, and some other guys, like, it can't get them to the, like, oh, I need something more advanced. So once AI maybe gets a little bit better, that's when it should speak to them in a way that's like, because sometimes you could say, like, at the point Vinny and Justin are, you could say with Todai, I don't know if I could ask the AI to do anything to help them right now. Like maybe it could have helped with adding the comment section or this or that, but now it's at the point where there's so much complexity, you do need a developer there. But sooner or later, the AI, just like Robert said, is going to get smart enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see, man. Because chat does not know how to hook anything up to the space, to dID space. That is off the table, bro. I mean, for somebody like me, it was that it could not tell me how to do it, man. And
exactly, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I'm talking like 8 hours, bro. I sat here.
That's crazy.
I was trying because I was like, I'm gonna do this, man. I am gonna do this, and it's tough too, dude, because the AI doesn't really remember your conversations that well, so it's tough to have to come back to things. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything has to be done right now, and so
yeah.
I just kind of recognized that, and I'm like, okay, I realize now when I have a vision in mind. When I start with the AI, you got to get bare bones. Give me a box. Okay,
That's how I started with the arc spaces. I was like, give me a box with a button that says arc spaces. And then it gave me that. And I was like, okay, make the button light blue. And then it gave me that. And really what I did, because for whatever reason, when I asked it to make me like a code in React, it never worked. So I always have to go to your discussion that you posted in Oblivion for that you it's like the first code that you posted in Oblivion. I always have to copy it, paste it into ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, repurpose this code into something else, and then
yes,
it works.
yes,
Because it takes like the blocklet information at the top that's already coded and does
yeah.
it right, but if I don't add that, it doesn't know what I'm trying to do. And I was just like, it's cool though that us being lame brains somehow are taking the next step. Like, what if I, did this and did that? Like, we're making progress.
Well, all I did was I went to for what you're talking about, and so if anybody wants to do it, I just went to the custom component part of the Pages kit. If you hit custom component, it gives you that hello world component.
Gotcha.
I just took that and then I copied that, pasted that into GPT.
Okay.
And like, no, I need something like this, and then it shot it out. And I was like, all right, cool. This works, man.
I was honestly wondering how you got that. I was like, did Void make this top part for him? Because if I literally don't have the top part, it's not working. And I didn't know how to copy or what you did to get that. So now I know. Thanks for telling me.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, man. That I've made so my favorite, my best, or like the one I like the most here is for the custom component that I've made is my let me see if I could get here, is my NFT gallery. Let's see here. Let me see if I could share this NFT gallery.
Hold up real quick. Okay, let's go. Oh, wait, you're muted.
Let me get, okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So basically the custom component kit that I made here is a NFT gallery. So
Yes.
before you had to manually create these cards, right? You had to like download the save you the picture of the NFT, and you would have to like, it was very friction. It was filled with friction. So now I got this custom component, and it's basically you take the DID address of the NFT, you just drop it into a little box, and everything pops up. You get the picture, you get the name. It brings up all the metadata of the NFT. So I didn't want all that information. So I was like, I just want the picture and I just want the name to show up. So you drop the address of your NFT and it pops up. And this was my favorite one because I had to really work to create this this did collecting apparatus. That was difficult. That was the most difficult one that I've done. But to see that happen, I was like, okay, this is dope right here, because now I'm actually reaching into the did and bringing out the information. So pretty pumped on that.
Most definitely. This is one of the favorite ones that you've done for like that I've noticed, just because if you go to Oblivion, I have like an art gallery, and those basically aren't, the NFTs I made, but the NFTs I've collected since getting into crypto. And I did it just like you said, very frictioned. It's, like a calling card for each one. Oh, yo, that looks sick. The block vibe, that's a dope image. What are you cooking up back here, bro? We're seeing the secret stuff. We're seeing alpha.
This is the custom component. This is just what I wanted to show you. What the here, I'll do it right here on the block vibe one right here. So I could just come in here. I could add custom component. All right, then I choose component, and I come down here to NFT gallery, And this is basic. There's nothing here right now, but if you look over here on the side, these are the props. So I could change how many columns are in my gallery. I could change, or anybody who has this custom component, this could be Wassel's gallery. So you could just and change the text there. I could change the background image. If I wanted to put a URL of something in there, I could change the opacity of the background image. And then each one of these little boxes right here, you just drop the DID information to your NFT, and it pops up. Boom.
Did you when you did the custom component, it made those bars over here to the right? Like it added those to it to the page, or
no? Okay, so this is what you got to do. Yeah, this is where Void came in and was like, "Yo, you got to do it like this." I was like, "Oh, okay, I see now." Says the blind man. Basically, it's like this, bro. When you get this code, okay, here's all the code down here. Let me try to let me show this to you here, man. Here's all the code down here. Okay, that's not scrolling right. I don't know why it's not scrolling, but down here in this box here is all the code. Okay, so once you get your code, you could ask for props or properties.
Oh,
so you hit this add property. And so you tell ChatGPT, hey, I need a prop for the columns. And it'll say, okay, you now have it'll give you the code and it'll say use columns as a prop. And so then you hit add property, and then you put in columns, and now you can start to you can change these things, bro. Or I needed a prop for title. So that's what you had to make all these properties. And once you make it in the custom component, then what it looks like for the user is this.
Oh my. So, okay, that's crazy, because if you can affect that part of the Pages kit, you could literally make a new Pages kit with like a whole bunch of different aspects for somebody to build a whole kind of new website. You know what I mean? Like you're changing the bare bones of the Pages kit right there. Like you're not just adding a component to your website, you're changing like the blocklet Pages kit to give you new abilities that like mine, because mine has that. You could say like, I can go in and do that.
Check it out, bro. Check it out. It's so much even simpler than that, dude. This Void, these components, these are all just React components. Embed, section card, all these, that's just what we're making.
Oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Okay. That I didn't even realize that until you just explained it to me. So that's like a light bulb going off. So you could just completely redesign, if you really had the ideas and the ability and know how to do it, you could redesign the whole Pages kit into something unrecognizable from this Pages kit, and it'd be a totally new Pages kit if you got into it enough.
Very easily.
That's crazy.
Very easily. And I think that's what's setting apart the ArcBlock Pages kit from other website building tools. It's like that you can come in here and make your own components. You can get this cracking however you want to get it cracking, man.
That's insane.
Yeah, so that's what Void is saying. This is the building block in ArcBlock. I think that's referencing too, man.
That's a good way of putting it, Void, because it's kind of like expanding my view of the Pages kit, because I really looked at the Pages kit as just like it's a basic website builder. You can put a background, your blog, a couple buttons that take you to a few different links or a few different pages, but that's maybe the limit of it until ArcBlock adds more. But really, if you know what you're doing, you could turn this into the craziest, like you could turn it from a Pages kit to a building block in ArcBlock, where you can start building a crazy, application. And I didn't know it was this flexible, put it that way. I thought you had to do everything to like a greater degree in your own blocklet, like what Vinny's doing now, so to speak. Like he's building a whole blocklet independent of the Pages kit. But what's crazy is you could use the Pages kit to get advanced as Vinny and Justin are, if you really knew how. Yeah. And I mean, I don't, but that's crazy.
Probably something to that effect. So I didn't even know, because I missed it until I saw your post, that I was able to turn this
embed.
I was able to turn this NFT gallery that we're just looking at into a blocklet. So that's what I did. Now somebody could come here and hit copy, install URL, and they can go into their they would go into their dashboard here. So let me come here to my dashboard. Then, so they would copy this. Okay, so I'm here, right? Yes. Okay, so copy URL in the upper right-hand corner there. Okay, they could do that, and then they could come over to their dashboard, hit add blocklet, add URL mapping, and they'll be able to, if they can just use the NFT gallery as a blocklet
and just plop it like a component.
It'll be
like
like
another thing.
It'll show up right here, and then when you go into once you have it as a blocklet, and then you go into your page maker, it will then show up under your custom components.
Wow. I did not know it was that composable, or like the systems were speaking to each other that much, because I had never done that before. That's crazy.
It works. I tried it. It works.
I wonder if that's how you could get comments on your videos. Like, could you go to the discussion kit comment section, or like, because if you go to the discussion kit in the ArcBlock blocklet store, it has like the comment stuff. You can maybe copy that, and that's how it pops up. Although Shinjun said it's not available yet, which I don't know why it's not available yet. I want some comments, but I bet you that's how you could do it if you wanted to.
I'm fairly certain you could probably use the current component maker plus ChatGPT and create your own comment box there. It's just weird because then you have to like save it to something, and it's tough, man. It's tough to be able to, that's where you have to like get into the did spaces, because right now I'm able to save it to my computer, but then other people can't see it. So man, it's what my plan is after we get through this hackathon here is I'm going to kidnap Void for like a week, man, and just be like, bro, just download me some of this information about how to connect to the spaces, because I think once I get a better understanding of how to make that connection, it's just like I said, man, all these little apps that I'm making are just going to start just banging so much harder, dude.
Real quick, I just want to ask, because Void mentioned it's so impressive. There's something called Copilot right in your code editor that you start writing out some code and it auto Copilots. Is he talking about like ChatGPT, or is he talking about ArcBlock, or is he talking about something else?
I think it must be ChatGPT. I think it must be
okay.
Yeah, I think it must be, or something to that fact. I should have had Void come on here, man. I can't even figure out how to share it with him. Well, we're going to get Void on next time here, man. At the end of the hackathon, we'll do this again in 2 weeks. We'll get Void up on here with us. If Void wasn't being such a heterosexual and getting married in a couple of weeks.
It's GitHub who is owned by okay, I got you. That makes sense.
Okay.
I was just going to say, no, you're good. You go.
Yeah, I was just commenting on Void's current heterosexual status, and he's getting married in 2 weeks, man. So he's actually dragging me to Cabo to
respect
his best dude, and so he's got a lot on his plate right now, man. But hopefully afterwards, after the honeymoon, we'll be able to kind of get with him on here, and just he'll be the guest, and we're just gonna ask him what it was like building the BM 9000. Because you know what I'm saying. I know he's just gonna drop knowledge on us, man, and that's what we're all about.
Absolutely. That's what he did last time. He was dropping knowledge on us. And if anything, congratulations, Void. That's awesome. Wonderful news. I wish you a future long and happy marriage. That's so right. 100%, man.
Yeah, he's got it.
And I hope you guys have a blast in Cabo. I'm sure you guys will, because that sounds lit.
Yeah, we're going to be posting all kinds of pictures up on the beach, man. It's gonna
be make it back, guys. Don't go too crazy. Make it back, because we're on the brink of building some cool stuff.
No, he doesn't come back. That guy is he's an immigrant to Mexico, dude.
Oh, for real? Void is?
Yeah, he is, man. This guy's
He's going there.
Dude, yeah, dude. Yo, Boyd is the man, bro. Like when all that stuff was cracking with the COVID and all that, and everybody was locking down, Boyd was like, yo, 12, I'm out.
Respect.
I was like, what? He's like, I'm out. I was like,
respect.
Yeah, hella respect, man. So, yeah. The hella building going on right now, man. I want to keep you for
They call me L Timmigrant.
yeah, his name's Tim, man. So that's
okay.
Yeah. That's funny, man. So okay. Let me just tell you about Block Vibe here real quick, bro. Okay.
Okay.
I've hit a little bit of a wall here, man. And it's because I was like, yo, I made an app. It's called Rip-a-Zip, right? So
yeah, I did see that.
Okay. So what Rip-a-Zip does, Rip-a-Zip allows you to enter a image, a URL, and it's also been updated since this picture, but a title. Okay. And it gives you a zip file. So you enter this information, you hit zip, it sends a zip file to your computer. Okay. You can then take that zip file, okay, and it's so freaking easy, bro. I could come over here, I take that zip file. Basically, I come over to my studio kit in ArcBlock, right? I come over right here, upload. I just drop in a zip file, right? I publish it. It's now a blocklet. So you take the zip file, you put it into that gives you the raw batter. You put the batter into the oven, which is the ArtBlock Studio. Boom, that bakes it for you, and then essentially once it's baked, it's going to kick out to you. It kicks out to you a musical. It kicks out this blocklet to you. Let me see if. Oh man, I can't. Why is it not opening?
If anything, you're showing me something that like I've always talked about and known, but I honestly haven't seen it live in action, which is that you can turn anything into a blocklet. I've always known that, but I never understood exactly how to just turn anything into a blocklet, but you just showed us.
You could turn, yeah. So then, so once you turn it into a blocklet, okay, this is what now I just launched it, right? So, let me share my page. This is you take the zip file, you put it into Studio, you bake it, it turns into a blocklet, and then all of a sudden, I got my song with a picture and the title of it. This is the blocklet, bro.
No, that's perfect. If anything, that's what I needed and will still need because, like a few months back when I was more so just making albums or trying to make music, I was dropping songs and I was just like uploading an AI image, like just a bland, barren AI image, and then the video to it that I cooked up in iMovie. This is what I need. This is almost like a step away from having ArcTunes. Like you're a step away from ArcTunes. You know, if you go a little bit further with this, you have a rival to iTunes. You can upload your music, people can come listen to it, maybe download it, boom, they're on their way. That's something I want to definitely try and build, and maybe you'll be the one that builds it. And if you need any help, I'd be interested in investing or helping. But we need to make a competitor to iTunes and Bandcamp and so forth, which would be sick. And you're already moving in that direction, because any musician just needs a place to upload. They just need a platform to upload the song with a visual and a title. That's the bare bones. And then once you add more features to where they can sell that, boom, you're good.
That was my thing here with Block Vibe. I was like, okay, sick. It's so easy to make these blocklets. But if I have a blocklet, it has to be on the main store right now in order for other people to be able to launch it. Mm-hmm. So that's the challenge here, man, because the main store doesn't want content-centric blocklets on their site.
What I'll say, because we're, like with Todai, we're going around that, like sooner or later, maybe we'll have the blocklet in the blocklet store. But for the most part, we don't really need to do that to where it's just a blocklet we made and we're running, because you have to keep in mind, when you're running an on-demand space, you're held back from downloading certain blocklets. Like on my own server, I could download all the blocklets from your store.
Right.
It's because you're using the on-demand, the server space that ArcBlock is providing. They limit you just in case somebody uploaded a blocklet that they didn't verify and it's got, you know, a hack in it, or it's got some malware. But aside from that, you know, if you're running your own server, your own blocklet server, you can download anything. Now, everyone's not going to be running their own blocklet server. So like you said, that's a restriction. How do they get to my app? Well, what we're just doing is, you know, it's like, it's a website you come to. And so that's how we're starting it out first. Is it's not a blocklet you download. It's just something you log in with your dID wallet, and then you interact with it from there. I think what would be cool is if you could build a website, a website everyone can go to upload their music and search for any music uploaded. And then when they find it, they download it, and it's as like an MP3 song in their wallet. You've allowed that whole process to go through. And yeah, you didn't need to use the blocklet store.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do, man. So, and I'm going to do. So that's what the Block Vibe is gonna be. To basically be a site that people can come to. Creators can host their blocklets, so other people will be able to have their blocklets hosted. They'll always be streaming, essentially. So then users can come to this site, just click on the blocklet, and then just like this, it goes right to it. So then the user is never actually launching the blocklet, so it takes away all that friction of having to launch it, relaunch it, you know, paying for it to continually be there. No, Block Vibe will be the site that's continually playing it, or streaming it, and then other people will just be able to come on. And so I think that'll be dope. You know, if maybe the creators can have a subscription fee for a certain amount of blocklets, to have streaming, like, you know, maybe it's one ABT a month or something per blocklet that you want to have streaming, right? And or users have to pay a subscription to come in and see them. You know what I'm saying? Or because I already got the custom component. You see the pictures changing down here. That's the custom component. So I'm ready to get some sort of sponsorship. I'm ready to get some, you know what I'm saying, some advertisements coming in. And once we get advertisements coming in, sorry about my dog.
No, you're good.
Advertisers coming in, then the creators aren't going to pay unless it's like another tier type thing. So yeah, we're getting to that ARC stream type situation here, where it's going to be on and cracking. Because here's the thing, nobody can censor us now, dude.
I wanted to just ask real quick, when you say stream, are you thinking video too, or just music? Because if you go video, if you go whatever you want, then yeah, that's big. That's pretty sick.
You can make a blocklet right now. Also, all this blocklet is right here, right? This thing is a picture that's held in my media kit, a song that's held in my media kit. So I have the URL, so I could easily put a video into my media kit. And all I'm doing is basically using the blocklet as a mechanism or a wrapper to you know, show you what's in my media kit. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely. I do see what you're saying. That's a sick idea. We need, I mean, because if anything, that was the next project I wanted to try to work on. Is it's like, okay, now we got maybe a social network, but we need a platform for videos without question. So if you're going that direction, I leave it to you. And
let's go.
I mean,
let's go, man.
I mean, we'll team up. You know, we'll team up and so forth. Once Todai is done and it's out, and we've got some of the things that I know I kind of just want as a foundational platform to where people are, I can take my eye off it for a second, so to speak, and not worry about it. Then I'm probably, you know, I'll reach out. We can get the Decentrabro team on, get Void put together, and see, you know, okay, let's put a blocklet out or an application out that's even crazier than anything we've done so far. What are things we like about YouTube? What are things we like about these other things? What are things we don't like? Let's change it. Let's tweak it. And I'll have a share in, you know, the revenue process that comes about. Because once you make an app, I mean, again, the way to make money is just gate it with a credential. You buy this NFT, that NFT gets you into the network. Once you're in, you could use whatever you want to use. So that's what I really like about, using, as you've shown, NFTs as credentials to enter into a network. Is it's a way that I can ensure you're paying me to get in, and it's just a quick instant settlement effective fee, boom, and then you have a credential to get in. And it's encrypted, it's secure, and so forth.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Super excited about that, man. And all I have to do, I'm so close, bro, because I already got my blocklet launched independent of ArcBlock, and I'm already able to get them. It's just I just need Void to get married already. Darn it. And then we'll get to this, man. But I think actually, Wassel, I think that having these content centric blocklets like this, I think this is going to be, or has the potential to be, a huge driving factor behind adoption of ABT coin.
Because I mean,
like, I swear, dude. I swear, dude.
Yeah.
This here could be the NFT of this run here, man. Once creators start to see how easy it is to use code, to bake the code in ArcBlock Studio and create these blocklets, dude. This is like an NFT on crack right here, man, because it's moving around. It's making sounds. You know what I'm saying? And it can be, here's the other thing, bro. It can be updated whenever I want it to be updated. So it's so, bro, I swear, man. And so I was a little bummed that ArcBlock was like, oh, we can't, we got these copyright restrictions and all this, but I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's also, he's like, bro, we don't want everything in the store. You know what I'm saying? Like, go do your own thing. Branch out. People.
Exactly. They've built the blocklet store for you to use for a reason. And as I've noticed, if you think about it enough, you can figure out a way to, use their tech without having to go through, I mean, put it this way, ArcBlock's decentralized. If you want to get the product out independent of them, they've given you the tools to do that. And so I think what's really cool is, at the bare minimum, the blocklet is a container. It's up to you to put stuff in it. Now, if you need them to do the server and do all this other stuff, that's fine too. They're here to help you, but you can really do and run everything by yourself to a certain degree. And there's people who are going to go that route. Like, for Todai, I was honestly like, I'm just going to run everything on the on-demand server. Hey, 100% Void. You already know it. But I was like, I'm just, my bad. Or I was just going to say, I'm going to run it. I thought I was going to run everything on the on-demand server, and just, what I'm doing with Oblivion and Trinity. But, they're like, no, we should probably have you, run your own server. We'll help you set it up and so forth. And I was like, yeah, you're right. It's time to take that next step. I've been doing this one phase for a while. We're going to the next phase. The people just joining, they're going to be doing what I've been doing for the past 2 years. And that's how it progresses. And that's what's cool, is why we're jumping in early. We're trying to, get to I want to always stay at the bleeding edge. I don't want to be at the edge and then the edge become, the norm. Once the edge moves a little further, I want to go over there too. And as long as you stay there, I've noticed things are always exciting.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. And I'm not. It's like, just don't be status quo, really, in your life at all, man. Don't do that status quo, because the status quo is pretty lame, dude. You know what I'm saying? We see where that gets us. People shutting down their businesses, people, taking experimental drugs, and what I'm saying, cutting off their testicles, man. So
crazy.
Like don't do that, man. All right, hey, but so. Anything else you want to share? I got one other thing I wanted to share with you, Wassel. But if you got something else you want to share before I do, man, just
I'm thinking I don't have anything off the top of my head right now, so we'll go on to what you're wanting to show, and if I think of anything, I'll let you know.
Okay, cool. So because you were talking, I kind of glossed over it, man, and I didn't want to gloss over it because it's me and Void's. What we're doing here for the hackathon, man. and he's putting in a lot of work, and I'm putting in a lot of work, and the BM9000 is going to be it, bro. I think this is going to be really, really dope, man. Let me share this screen here with you, because I'm trying to brainstorm with new ways to implement the existing tools that ArtBlock has given us. Okay, so basically the BM9000, it's like a drum machine sampler that you're going to be able to run in. It's going to be an app. It's going to be a blocklet, right? So we're going to have the dGen mode, where you push a button, and this is for people who've never used a digital audio workstation, the DAW, like Fruity Loops or something like that. You know, you just push a button, and basically a song is going to be created on your DAW. So you'll be able to hit play. It'll be random song. So that's why it's the dGen, right? It's like you can just randomize things, man. We're going to have the pitch control, all that stuff, DID space storage. So basically, you're going to be able to come onto the BM9000. You'll be able to make your songs, hit save, and then it'll create a file that goes right to your did space. So
that's hard.
You don't even have to. And that's Void already got that cracking, man.
If anything, I was going to ask what Void was in reference to, like what he was talking about to Shinjun in reference to the did spaces. Now I know. That's fire. You guys, if anything, what is it? ArtBlock is really looking for in the hackathon, not knowing if you guys would think to submit it, if it's ready, or regardless, sooner or later, once it comes out, even if it's not for the hackathon, ArtBlock's going to be excited to see this, because no one's really built an app that utilizes the utility of did spaces. Like Todai partly can, and there's a few other things that do, but this sounds like, you know, something where once you hit save and it's in your did spaces, it's yours. You know, that's the point. It's in your backpack. Wherever you go, it's going with you. And that's how things should be moving forwards, I think. You should own your data.
Well, so I got to talk to Void to see if it's going to be cracking, but it's like, so if we have the app running, right, you come to the Daily Arc where it's running, and then you log in and you can use it, and then you can save whatever you made to your did space. So now you don't even have to launch the actual blocklet in order to use it and create music.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm getting at, and that's kind of like the idea I was thinking is you really just need to give them the ability to log in and use the app, and then when they walk away, keep their data. And as long as you can allow them to do that, then you don't really need them to run their own blocklet. Like at first I was thinking, do I need to make a Todai blocklet where the way people log on is they're all running their own blocklet? Into the future, I might do that because it makes it more decentralized. It's running on more servers. But in truth, I was like, no, I really don't want to make everyone have to pay to run a blocklet daily just to get into this application. If anything, pay for an NFT like you would any other app, like a cheat. If anything, to pay for Twitter, it's like $189 a year, or you can use it for free. I'm gonna charge it's like $5, $10. You know, you get a year pass. The payment goes to maintaining the network, expanding it, and putting everything back into the ecosystem, and then obviously paying the few people who are running it. So it has to make revenue. And that's something I hope Q4 people get over a little bit, is the fear of spending their ABT, because, you know, it's going to be a terrible thing if we build all these apps that, you know, really can be used. Oh my gosh, DID mail. Oh my gosh, you know, a BM9000. Oh my gosh, what is it? You know, Todai. And then they're like, oh no, I got to spend money to get into the thing. It's like, you guys are already buying NFTs that they won't be used for anything. And I mean, I appreciate my collectors who have bought NFTs of my previous collections, but so far, I will be honest, they were primarily art collections. This will be my first NFT collection that I honestly feel like has the most utility I've provided, because it gives you a year's service to something that, you know, we've spent time and money to build. So I'm excited to see, you know, if that changes to any degree, because it's got to. Or else, you know, it'll be.
I don't know. Here's my thoughts on that, Wes. So is the guys right now who are not using it, who are holding it, the girls, they're not going to. They're
What I'm
they're of a special type of person, man, and they're just not going. I think it's going to be new people who go, damn. It's going to be like a musician who goes, damn, that is sick, bro. Like I don't have to go spend $200-$300 in order to go buy this DAW. I could just go use this app that's basically like for free, like, or
Yeah.
you know, I just got to pay like a little tiny bit. I think it's going to be those guys actually who launch it.
Most definitely. And what I would say is like, I think everyone should keep in mind ABT is meant not to just be held and then make a profit from. Okay, it can go to 100, it can go to 1,000, it can do all those things. But in truth, it's meant to be moved around and passed forward to people you think deserves that token. So like when the DID mail dropped and, you know, bro made a discussion about it and I saw it for the first time. Let me see. One of the goals is to make it super easy and fun to start making beats as little as a setup as possible. That sounds dope. That's what the DJing vibe is. Somebody might just come in, boom, hit the button, walk away. Now they have a new song for their video. Now they have a new song for whichever it may be. So you don't know exactly how people will use it.
No, for their blocklet. Check this out, dude.
Yeah.
So you get the block, you make a song on BM9000, okay? You send that to your DID space. Boom. Now you can take that, throw it into the Rip-a-Zip, and then, oh, jeez, my gosh, dog, dude. Hold on.
But no, I know what you're getting at. Boom, you have like, you went from in a few seconds, no song, to a song that looks like it has its own like MP3 setup for somebody to listen to, see a visual to, and so forth. Like you went from 0 to 1 in like a minute.
Yes, that's exactly it, man. And anonymously,
yes,
you can do it, man. So that's what I'm talking about.
The other thing I was
go ahead.
I was just going to say
real quick, Wassel, because we're talking about NFT. NFT driven marketplace. Okay, so this is what I think is going to be tight, bro.
Oh, okay, so yeah, cool.
So check it out. We have a marketplace. Okay, so say you have a sample pack that you made. All right, all those dope synths that you'd be putting together. You're like, sick. I got, and you already have NFTs, right? So you could sell those NFTs in our marketplace. We can configure the site so that NFT acts as a passport to a particular message board or a board in our board, right? So now people can buy your NFT, which is a passport to a channel in our message board where the download of the sounds is.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know that's kind of friction, and I'm trying to figure out how we can do that differently to allow people to sell. But that's and if you, I'm doing all this on the Daily Arc right now, so everybody can come through and kind of read how we're building this, man. But I think that's dope.
No, it would be dope. But if anything, sometimes, you know, the first thing you build out the gate will have some friction. It's once you get users on it, once you start, you know, getting some feedback and whichever, just once you get it live, things start to come together and you'll see ideas will come and you'll tweak it. But it's that first step of just getting it out. So I'm curious to see how you guys plan to take it. But you just gave me an idea, which is like, because I want to make sure that, you know, people can trade their NFTs also. I'm like, if anything, I need to put the NFT, you know, marketplace blocklet on. I need to use it like you showed in the past video, because, you know, that's pretty sick. You're going to not just have an app that you come to. These people don't then need to go to the Art Block marketplace. There's going to be a specific marketplace for them to access all the channels, you know, that people are building. Or you could say the channels people are creating that are storing music, content, whatever it be. So yeah, 100%.
Exactly. It's like a creator creates a sound pack, puts it on their media kit. Then create a gated discussion in our message board. Within that, there is the download link to their pack. So I think that's dope. Another thing here, and I like that you said tweak, because that's the way that I'm coming at this. I'm listing all the pros, all the cons, and then ways that we can tweak it. So that's another thing to the BM9000 is that I think is going to be dope is people will be able to just come on the message board. Let's just say you got 1/6 sample, right? And you just put it out there. Now you could just put one sample and then people can come on and they could just tip you for because you started that discussion. And so I think that this could be a real sick way for people to come in, just drop a couple samples. Somebody might come and just drop them 0.1 ABT or whatever. But then we create a ranking system for creators who are like putting out the dopest. So maybe they get profile pages on our thing, man. So basically, this is going to be like I think it's called Beat Stars or something like that, where you could go buy beats. It's going to be a lot of things, kind of all packaged into one decentralized site where there's actually musical instruments that you can see anybody do that right now.
No, definitely. If anything, what it sounds like you're trying to make, which is an idea and something I've again, like if you're an artist, I feel like you're waiting for somebody to make it, which is I want to log into something, a platform where I can upload my, song, my synth, my beat, or my video, or maybe an image, my art, my creative, thing. And then from there, sell it in a gated way that whenever it's sold, nobody's taking my money, nobody's taking a fee. It comes directly to me. There's like a log history to it, the blockchain that's immutable. And if anything, it's scalable. Just come down, once you pay to get into the channel, you can keep downloading the song. You pay to get into the channel. And so that's what so many people are craving for. And again, most importantly, without the need of a third party, without the need of a bank to process all this money, without the need of a payment provider to process all this bull crap. It needs to be quick, effective, instant settlement, whatever, what we expect from crypto. And, it might at first start like, oh, okay, this looks all right. But look at the old apps. Sometimes I think it's cool to look back at how YouTube used to look, how the older websites that we use all the time now, or the apps that we use all the time now, Twitter, whatever it be, they used to look terrible. And guess what? They don't look that much different than they used to. They just look a little bit crispier, a little bit, cleaner. Because maybe the monitors have gotten crisper, not really the apps. We're not using, monitors where you can see the pixels, so to speak. So really the screens have gotten better, not the appearance of the applications. And, that's what I know you and I are excited about. And we always talk about it as creatives. I want to see different websites. I want to see different things happen, things move, things pop out. I almost am tired of these static pages, and I'm not talking about I scroll and a thing like rolls out, and like simple animations that you can find on any Web3, website. I'm talking about things that lure me back in and are, in some sense, I don't know, like game-like. I always feel like websites today should start moving towards looking more like video games. I should be entering a world and things are like almost not coming at me, but I feel like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And that's why I'm excited for ArcSphere, is because I think ArcSphere is going to, and that's what Robert's goal is, that's what ArcBlock's goal is to reduce a lot of the friction. So you can jump between Todai, the beat maker, DID mail, and it feels like you haven't even left your DID wallet, and it's just smooth. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. All right, man. So this is it, bro. This is it connected to the DID space right here.
Okay, cook up a beat. I want to see.
Can you see that screenshot?
I can.
I don't have it yet. I don't even have it yet.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. Well, this is Void over here, who is this is a recording, but he's showing me how he's uploading the sounds from DID.
Oh,
so
crap.
I don't know. If
so you can upload your own sounds and then start making a beat with your own sounds too.
I'm telling you, bro, this is the real deal right here, man. This is a full-fledged DAW, bro. Like we are not playing, man. This is going to be this is gonna be hyped, bro. Super hyped, man. So sorry,
I can see
I lost that thing, but
no, I can see that getting super creative if you allow people to, because now you have it. Okay, we have a place, we have this beat maker that you can switch out all the instruments, and then we have a marketplace where you can buy and exchange all the instruments. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's gonna okay, and then we could Void's also talking about being able to just airdrop packs to people to their wallet.
Hard.
So like you know what I'm saying? Bro, this is gonna be next level right here, man. And so I think it already is next level, man. I'm just super I'm blessed really, man, to have my homie Void rocking with me, man. And we have been kind of messing around with different projects over the last couple of years, doing different NFTs and stuff like that. It all started off with base money, and we were just kind of messing around, but I really feel like now we're getting some fruition here, man. And shout out to ArcBlock for giving us a lot of the tools to kind of be able to put to bring it to life, man. To bring it to life, because it's tough when you have these ideas, but you're kind of met against the inability to put it out there, man. So I'm just really excited, bro. BM9000 it's gonna be on and cracking, man. So hackathon, I know. I don't know. You guys better watch out, man. We're coming for that goal, baby.
Yeah, no, you guys do you. If anything, we're trying to win too. To be honest, I feel like once I saw DID Mail, I was like, bro, he was cooking on this. I feel like that one's gonna win, and I hope I'm somebody where it's like I don't have to win. I just hope somebody from my team wins. I hope ArcBlock wins, because it's going to be important for the community, and it's just going to give better recognition to the applications and so forth. So whoever brings the trophy home, I don't care. I hope really 1, 2, 3, it's us, whether like I want us on the podium and us all holding the ArcBlock, like in the teeth, like it's the Olympics. And, but yeah, what is it? I thank God that, we're idea guys. It's hard for us to get some of the stuff in our head onto the screen, but God has brought you, Void, and me, Decentral Bros, because Decentral Bros is like my coder friends that I've known for a few years now in this space. So we couldn't be doing this alone. And we need them just as much as they need us. And as Void says and put it perfectly, I love you, bro, no homo.
Yeah.
So that's the best way to put it. The team of guys we're dealing with. And I'm just thankful, like you said, blessed and appreciative of everything that's come our way, because other people might overlook it and think it's not much, but I'm comparing to where I've been. I've learned to not compare myself to somebody else or whichever, and where I've come from, like I never imagined even I'd be here. And meeting, as many people as I have, and yourself, Void, and so forth is just cool. Hosting AMAs with Robert, it's just like those are dream come trues for me. And it's giving me more momentum, passion, and I know I want to take that and give it back to you guys, and what I got, I want to give it back.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. We're gonna keep it moving, man. So I'll go ahead and we sign off right now. Void, man, love you too, bro. Everybody else who watches this, go check out oblivion.did.life. That's where my man Wassel is always cooking up something philosophical, something deep, something religious, something scientific. Come over here to the dailyarc.did.life. We just cooking up all the time too, man. Always, everybody's welcome, man. And it's like we want opposing points of view. We want to be challenged. You know what I'm saying? We just don't want to have everybody who's in agreement with us all the time, because that's not really how we grow as people, man. And so, just come through. Well, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, but stay on for 1 second. Okay.
Oh, okay. Right. I got you. Later, guys.
Peace. All right, here.